Welcome back. In the previous video, we worked with the blogs. So we were able to pull the blogs here, and we also did display the collections, all right? And we also were able to work to display the product. But if you pay attention, you will see that when I try to click on, for example, the product, we have the link appearing here, and when I click, I'm getting some error here. And it's the same if I go click on one of the collection, I'm getting the same error. It's going to the correct path, but we have error here. And it's the same with the blogs. If I go back, I click one of the blogs, for example, this one, is going to the correct path, but we don't have the page appearing here. It's giving us a not found error. So how to fix it? So let's go back to Shopify.dev, the documentation, and let's click on create theme using Liquid, and we're gonna look for the template. We will read the overview, and if you scroll down, here is the list of the page that you can add inside your templates directory. So we have the 404, we have the article, we have the blog, we have the card, the collection, the customer accounts, and etc. You can go ahead and add all these pages here if you want to, but for me, what I'm going to do, I'm going to create, for now, let's say a collection, which is somewhere here. So to render the collection page, which lists all products within a collection. So I'm going to create this one first. So let's go back to our VS Code, and inside the templates directory, I'm going to create a collection, and it's going to be .json, and this is just repeating what we done already here. So it will accept the layout. So the layout, we're gonna keep the default layout, so I'm not gonna add the layout here. You can accept a wrapper, so this wrapper could be, let's say, a section, all right? And we're gonna give it a section here, and the section is going to be an object, and it's gonna take the order, and the order is going to be an array. So if I save it, I'm not gonna get, I'm get some error because section can't be blank. So let's see what we can add inside the sections. So the sections must take some existing file. So first of all, let's create section ID. So let's call it collection head, and I'm gonna give it an object, and it's looking for a type, and this type must be a file that exists inside our sections directory. So let's call this one collection, and you can also accept a settings here, and it's going to be an object. So I will save it for now, and I'm gonna add this one in order like this, and we're going to create now this collection file. So if I go back inside the sections directory, and here I'm going to create collection.liquid, and I'm gonna give it some h1 for now. Let's say just collection, and I'm gonna close it and save it, and we should be somehow okay, but I still get the error. Okay, so we're good, so we don't have any error anymore. All right, so if I save it now and I go back to our code, now reload, yeah, we're gonna get the error here still. I don't know why. So let's say a type collection does not refer to the existing section file which we just created. And yeah, so if I come back to our code, let me turn off the server and let's rerun it, and it should solve the issue, I believe. There you go. So we have no error anymore. So now if I come to my collection here, if I click on one of them, should not have any error anymore. All right, and we have this collection appearing here. Okay, so let's do the same for the product. So for the product, we do not have a file either. So if I go back to my documentation, we can add a product.json, I believe. There you go. So we can come back, go to our templates and create product.json. All right, and we're gonna do the same. We're gonna create an object. We're gonna create, I can skip the wrapper for now, so I'm gonna give it a sections, and this section gonna accept some object, and we're gonna have some order, and this order going to accept an array. And inside the sections, I'm gonna create some section ID. So let's call it again product head. I have like a very nice naming here. You can give it any name you want, But what is important is the type. So this type must be a name of the file that must exist inside our sections directory. So I'm gonna call it product, and we're gonna add here some settings. It's going to be an object and leave it like this. And I'm gonna add this product head inside our order like this, and I'm gonna save it. It's gonna give me an error because it's looking for this product and it's not referring to an existing file. So we need to go inside our sections directory, and we're gonna create a file. We're gonna call it product.liquid. And if I save it, and I'm just gonna copy this h1 from the collection and add it here. My bad. Copy that and add it here, and we're gonna say here, we're gonna say product like this. And if I save it, we have no error anymore on the terminal. And if I come back and I refresh, we're still gonna get this error from the code. So I can stop the terminal and rerun the server again, and we should be somehow okay now. So we still pointing to the collection. If I go back to the home page, my bad. If I go back here and I click on one of the products, we still getting error because I think the product does not have the correct link. Yes, so let's go and fix that. Let's go to feature the product and let's inspect the code we have here. So inside our sections, close to the products grid, there you go. So it seems like there is no correct link. So what I'm going to do, I'm gonna open this render file in the snippet. So I can just click here and it's gonna open here, and if I double check, it's like /product for every product. So we forgot to add the link here, so let's add it. So I'm gonna just like copy this for just reference. We're gonna call it link card like this, and this link card is going to be part of our code here. So let me add just a comma like this and we are good to go. And I'm gonna copy this link card and I'm gonna add it just right here and link card like this. And if I go back now to feature products.liquid, and here we're just gonna add this link card, and it's going to be, don't forget to add the comma here, and it's going to be, we did add some variable here, so let's create a variable as well. So let's call it link card, and it's going to be dproduct.url like this. And if I take this link card variable and I just add it here and I save it, now if I go back, we should be having the correct path. Let's go back to the home page, let's refresh again, and if I click now on random product, it's gonna send me to our product page. Okay, just like we did it with the JSON here and the products.liquid. We have the product here just to prove you. I can say 1, 2, 3 and save, and if I come back here, we have 1, 2, 3, and here we're gonna have the design for the product page. All right, so let's make the last change, which is for the blog. So the blog here, so we have these two displaying like this. So for the blogs, we have like two possibilities. So we can either send when the user click on the one of the article here, when you click on once, it goes straight to the article, or we can have a link down below here to send him or to send them to a page where they can have like all the blogs. Okay, so you can see the differences here. If I go up, we have the blog, okay, renders the page blog, which lists all article within a blog. And then we have the article, renders the article page, which contain the full contents of the article. So it really depends on how you want to do stuff. So we can create both. So let's say I want to display, first of all, the article. When the user click on one of the article, we want to display the article itself. So we need to use the article type here. So I'm gonna go to the templates directory and I'm gonna create article.json. Let me make sure that it is written correctly. Yes, and then here is going to be the same. So we're gonna have a root object, and let me add a section. I will skip the wrapper and the layout, and here is going to be like this, and we're gonna have the order, and the order is going to be an array. And on the sections here, we're gonna give it some random name. So we can say, for example, the article, and here we're gonna give it a type, and the type must be a file that exists in a sections directory. So we can call it, let's say, all article, or let's say single article, something like this. Single article, I can write, and we're gonna give it some settings over here, and it's going to be some object, and let's save it. And I'm gonna go, if you check your terminal, you're gonna see we have an error because we have to go create this file inside our sections directory. So let's create it, and it's going to be that liquid. And here I can just copy this one and paste it here, and can say over here single article. Alright, so if I come back here, we're gonna get the same error, and then I need to go again to stop my server and to rerun it again once it's done. So we can come and reload the page. We need to come back to the home page. Let's reload. Okay, okay, we have order. I forget to add the order. So let's go back to article.json and let's add the article here to the order. Apologies for that. Let me save, and we should be golden now. So if now I go and I click on one of the blog article here, we're going to have single article, and we can go and design and shape it as we wish. So I'm gonna stop right here. So thank you for watching. If you like this content, please give me a like, subscribe to the channel, and I see you on the next one. Bye.